Hello guys, welcome back to another Lumley training video. In this run we're going to be analysing FaZe stock. Reason for that is as we're recording this on the Thursday, again we're having to have some pre-records happening, but overall the levels will be the same. But today is up 40%, it is gapping quite massively, or at least strong momentum. So what are we looking at as kind of key levels going forward? Because obviously this was a big mover, and the reason I think that is obviously with a lot of new investors being younger, FaZe is well known between a lot of them, obviously big on the YouTube side of things and even in the esports community. So I think a lot of new people getting into the market was quite excited for an IPO of something they can kind of relate to. So I think that's why, especially at first, it was a very volatile stock, obviously. Then kind of the hype died down, we started to see kind of a more realistic, I would say, kind of valuation. A big decline, they had their earnings. And then from there, it's just been kind of pretty unvolatile. And I think the reason for that is, again, kind of the hype's died. The people that were excited for it to IPO, they're kind of out, or they're just holding it as an investment by now. They're not really looking to actively trade it. But today does look a bit different. We're kind of getting a big momentum pump. Don't really believe there's any news for this. So we'll see kind of what happens going forward. But if we can continue this upward momentum in time, again, if this happens within the next week or kind of the next month, if it happens, these levels are still basically going to be the same, so this is what I'd be paying attention to, and that's basically at kind of $3.95. So again, these levels, when placing them, can be a bit different, but around there, and then also around 4.55. This is our first deviation on both the 6-month and the 1 year. So if we come into this, you can be using this as a range if you want, but they are quite far. I mean, 50 cents. Is quite a big percentage move at a stock at that kind of price. I mean, that is a 15% move. So probably be looking at these as individuals. But yeah, really the first time they hit, looking at it short bias, if they're able to break through, then really what I'm waiting for is a breakthrough. Come back to test it as a support. If it can hold, then long bias move is what I'd be looking at. But again, because this stock has moved so much from a high of around 25 down to 75 cents, you can see the deviations have got very wide, which is going to make this quite difficult to trade more of on a swing side, because holding, if we were trading this long bias, getting long around the 450 to, to the next target is around 100%. Is that likely to happen? I mean, I guess we'll see, but that is still quite a crazy movement. But if we do continue breaking to these upside levels, we do also have 1570, 1650, and final levels taking us out to 21 and 22.50. From the support side, again, we don't have too much, and the reason for that is, as it's been in such a strong downtrend, the deviations have turned negative. We can see our statistical mean is at negative $38, which negative $1.38, which obviously we cannot trade into the negative, so that doesn't really help us. So if I was looking for supports, which again I probably wouldn't be looking to touch this on the support side, it would just be obviously paying attention to the 52-week low, and then psychological levels going lower. So 50 cents and probably 25 cents will be the key ones that I'd be paying attention to. Is that likely to happen? I guess we'll see, considering it only has to fall another 50%. Sounds like a lot, but considering it went from 25 to 70, it is definitely possible. So really, I probably won't be trading it if it goes to the support side. I would only be looking really for short bias trades, because again, it seems to be more of a hype company. So if it pushes up to these high levels, the $4 and the $4.50, hitting those short bias will probably be quite a good trading opportunity. Anyway, that is the breakdown on FaZe. If you enjoyed the video, why not drop a like and subscribe and check out this analysis video.